What's up guys, the MagicNateball here, and today we're playing Quest for Glory, the original Quest for Glory for PC. This is a game I've actually not played before. I've played the fifth one extensively, but I've never touched this one. I've watched my sister play the fourth one, and a little bit of this one, and a little bit of the second one. So I don't really know what I'm doing other than my experience from the fifth one. So I'm kind of excited to see what's up. I've played it for just a few minutes just to kind of get the feel of it, and it seems kind of like D&D to me, which I like, right? So choose your character. We have Fighter, Magic User, and Thief. This will change your story slightly and also change how you play the game slightly, depending on how you decide to do things. I'm going to go with a straight Fighter, because I know that in later games you get the opportunity to become a paladin, and initially you must be a fighter in order to do so. So I'm going to be a fighter with the intention of playing through all 5 of the games, since GOG.com has an excellent deal right now where you can get all 5 of them for $10. Very excellent, very excellent. So let's see, we need to give him a cool name if we're going to use him this much, so I like Adrian for him. Now, he's got several skills. He doesn't have magic or pick blocks because he's a fighter. I may give him one or both of these, I'm not sure. I think I may just go with pick locks instead of pick locks and magic, and actually also get stealth, maybe. It's very tempting to make them all around, because as you can import your character through each game, so and you get to increase your stats a little bit each time. So I can add magic, like say when I play the second game, or so forth. I think I'm definitely gonna get pick locks, because that's just a really handy thing to have in my opinion. So is magic. Raw. The choices in the beginning of the game, it's gonna take me like 10 minutes just to get started. No, we're not gonna do that. Alright, so let's do pick locks. Let's go ahead and raise that. And let's do stealth as well. 10 points. I think you actually need 15 to start a new skill. So let's do with our last 10. Let's raise our vitality a little bit, and let's raise our. I guess we'll raise our parry. And we'll raise the parry up. Alright. I think we're good. If you're wondering what the introduction was at the beginning, it's just the credits, so nothing you missed there. Where are we? This seems like a quiet little town. On the porch ahead of you are 2 people. The standing one is large, rather ugly, and playing with a yo-yo. The seated person smoking a pipe looks like he might be the sheriff. The man with the pipe greets you. Welcome to our town. You are lucky to have made it down from the mountains before the snow blocked the pass again. It's gotten pretty dangerous outside of town, I understand. Many monsters have been trapped around here with the late snow. Between them and the brigands, we certainly could use a hero around here. Oh, could you? I am Sheriff Schultz Meisterson. This is Otto von Boon, my assistant. Good luck in your quest. Let's make your yo-yo float. Let's see. Excuse me. Schultz appears to be an affable old coot, content to smoke his pipe. There's hardness behind his eyes, however, that gives you reason to believe he's no pushover. Don't want to piss that guy off. There's more than a hint of ogre about this strange and bulky character. He seems cheerful, though. This sign reads Hero's Tale Inn. The windows glow from the light inside. The light inside. The sign reads Hero's Tale Inn. If this is the town water supply, no wonder nobody ever comes here. It's not much to look at. The sheriff's office doubles as a jail for the town and a hangout for the sheriff and lagoon. It's an empty jail cell. Fortunately, you're on the outside at the moment. The sign of the scissors above the door indicates that the building contains a barber shop. There's a sign on the door of the barber shop. It says, out to lunch. Well, what time of day is it? Oh no. No! No! Oh my gosh. We have discovered a glitch. I can't do anything in my action menu. As soon as I move it, it's like, no. Alright, let's try this. Nope. Can I do... Yes. I have to use the arrow keys. It is midday on day 1, so he could be out at lunch. Or it could be that he's not gonna be there ever. Let's see. Let's ask the sheriff let's ask the sheriff about the mountain. You should know you came down from there. Well, aren't you a smarty pants? What about this town? This town was named after the barons of Spielberg. It used to be a lively place to be before the brigands came and drove all the business away. You can find a place to stay at the inn next door. You can learn about jobs available at the guild hall down the street. If you are interested in magic, you should visit the magic shop. There is still plenty to do and see here in Spielberg. What about the Baron? Baron Stefan keeps mostly to himself at his castle north of here. We haven't seen him here in town for years. What about magic? Just next to the inn is a small magic shop. The owner, Zara, will let you in if you have some abilities in that area. She's a strange one, all right. We don't have any magic abilities. We may not be able to get in. I'm not sure. What about that inn? Go talk to the innkeeper. He will help you there. Whoa, he's going crazy. Very nicely done, sir. What about the guild hall? The guild hall is at the southwest corner of town. If you're looking for work, that's a good place to go. Well, I'm certain we will be looking for work. Let's ask about something else. What about these monsters? The monsters came down from the mountains every winter. They come down. But they're usually gone by now. The Baron just doesn't have enough men to handle them. Wolfgang is the one to talk about monsters. He's had a lot of experience with them. Wolfgang, huh? Wolfgang, down at the guild hall, is the one to talk about monsters. He had a lot of experience with them. And you're just going to say the same thing there. Brigands. There's a whole band of brigands hiding out somewhere in the mountains around us. They robbed a merchant just last week. Got a fair amount of treasure, I hear. Who's this merchant? The one who was robbed? He's staying at the inn, I believe. Treasure, huh? Obtaining treasure involves putting yourself in danger. If you're brave, foolish, or lucky, you might get some treasure. Well, profound advice. Danger, huh? My friend, this world's filled with dangers. Sometimes I think it might be better to choose your danger rather than sitting around waiting for it, as I seem to do. But enough of this philosophical rambling. I'm content enough to be Sheriff of Spielberg. Adventure, eh? You'll need to talk to the Baron about that, or go ask Wolfgang down at the Guild Hall, which is just down the street. So maybe you're going to be a hero. Well, we could surely use one around here, what with all the brigands. Asked about all this. I am Sheriff Schultz Meisterson, and this is Otto von Goon, my assistant. I've asked you this. You get no response from the Goon, who's just like, no, I will not speak to you. I don't want to touch you because you'll probably kill me. So let's, oh my gosh, no. I brought up another window. Go away. Okay. Door appears to be locked, and breaking into the sheriff's office might evoke the wrath of Otto von Goon. Yeah, that would be bad. Let's not do that. Let's go over here. Oh my god, no. Yes. That's, well, I guess that's better. Okay. So, whoa. The eye over the magic shop door seems to be watching you. Well, that's weird. You have come to the end of the main street. The town wall is to the south. You have an eerie feeling that someone is watching you, like this giant eye. She's the only sane person here. At least she's not off her rocker. Ah ha ha. This looks like a nice, neat little house. There's grandmotherly little old lady rocking on the front porch, who just won't speak. Guildhall. Judging from what the sign says, the building at the end of the street is the Guildhall. Well, I would assume so as well. Same thing. Oh, this is the magic shop. Let's see if we can go in. So, this is scary. So let us save. We're just gonna save over my original little playthrough there. Alright, let's take a look around. The burning incense fills the room with a strange, fiery scent. You see a wide variety of arcane objects, for example, scrolls covered with mysterious symbols and arcane incantations. Crystal balls, useful only to those initiated into the ways of the wizardry. There are a few Dead Sea Scrolls, a couple of Red Sea Scrolls, a C++ scroll written in assembly language, and others even more esoteric. Bottles of mephitic potions. You see a wide variety of arcane objects, for example, a toaster oven, very rarely used. Electricity hasn't been invented yet. This label just says, instant fire, just add water. You see a wide variety of arcane objects, for example, crystal balls, blah blah. It's a blue bottle of blue bottle flies. A mirror, complete with the traditional pestle. You see a wide variety of arcane objects, for example, bottles of mephitic potions. Hey, you know what? A brown jar of crushed cockroach essence. Wow, that's lovely, thank you. It's a bowl of pretty little fish. Books dealing with sorcery, necromancy, and other occult subjects. A strange globe radiates with an eerie light. Tried manta jerky. The coals are glowing. This looks like the sculpture of some sort of weird bat-winged creature. You see a wide variety of balance scales. Zara uses it to measure powders and maintain the magical balance. This jar is filled with a corrosive-looking green substance. So let's walk forward and see if we die. I am Zara, and my companion is Damiano. The items in this shop are designed for those skilled in the use of magic. Zara has a mysterious, unearthly look to her. You have the feeling that she is not a person to trifle with. The bat-winged creature must be some sort of familiar. There is an uncanny look in his eyes, and you don't want to look at it too closely. It is clearly magical. So, who are you, Zara? I am both human and fairy folk. I draw my power from both. My name is Zara. This is my shop. Fairy folk, huh? We are people of power and magic, and live in the forest far beyond the mountains to the west. What is this power you speak of? Power is the essence of magic, that which the wizard shapes and is shaped by. Something else. What about Damiano? Damiano is both my familiar and my friend. We share our lives and our magic. Familiar, huh? A familiar is a creature of magical abilities which has been summoned to serve the wizard. The summoning of a familiar is a most powerful spell and can be cast but once. It binds the wizard and the familiar to the ends of their lives. The more powerful the wizard, the more powerful the familiar, although you cannot always judge power by a familiar's shape. Is that telling? Damiano's a bitch. No. Magic. If you have the skill of magic, you can learn the way to cast spells by reading magical scrolls. Without the skill, you have no power. The more you practice spellcasting, the greater you shall become. Well, I don't have that power, but let's keep talking. Initiation. When you have mastered 9 spells, have the power to cast all, and proven yourself worthy by accomplishing a great deed, then you must undergo initiation to become full wizard. There is a place in the distant south where you must journey, but first you must become a hero here. Wizard, huh? A wizard is one who both shapes magic and is shaped by it. Erasmus and I are the only wizards in this valley. Erasmus, huh? Erasmus is a wizard and a spellcaster who knows much about this area. He lives in a tower northeast of town at the top of a steep mountain called Zalberberg. He can be very helpful if approached properly, but he has a strange sense of humor. Power potions. The power potion restores your magical energy and costs 75 silver. Well, we don't have any of that, so that's cool. Journey, eh? There are many entrances to the Hall of Magical Mastery in the south. After you have gained skill and a good reputation in magic, you should journey south. If you are indeed worthy of being a wizard, you will find a way to those halls. Hero, eh? Master the arts arcane, and those skills to vanquish the evil curse, and you will become a true hero. Well, I don't have the abilities of magic. Spielberg. There is much magic in this world for those who know how to use it. There is magic in this little town, and a good deal of magic in this valley. About this town, there is an aura protecting this town from danger. Within most of its walls, there can be no act of violence or cruel magic. Even so, it is prudent to avoid dark places. An aura? An aura is a spell of protection surrounding something. The town is still protected by the aura cast by the great spellcaster Irana. Ooh, Irana. Irana was a powerful spellcaster who lived long ago. She brought peace to this valley. Even now her spell protects this town from violence or foul magic. Her final resting place is due north of town, and it is a place of both safety and healing. It is known as Irana's Peace. That's interesting. We'll have to find that. The valley? There is much power in this valley, and it attracts those who use magic. I am here, Erasmus has his house on Zalberberg, and even Baba Yaga has her hut cooped up somewhere around here. She is a powerful and wicked hag. You would be wise to avoid her. She cursed the Baron von Spielberg when he tried to drive her away. Excuse me. Had to take a drink there. Baba Yaga's hut is magical. It stands on the chicken legs, and you must... oh gosh. Know the rhyme to enter, or to make it lower. Rhyme. I have no interest in entering Baba Yaga's hut, and therefore do not know the rhyme. What's this curse you spoke of? This is Baba Yaga's curse, cast upon the Baron years ago. Upon von Spielberg and all his clan, this curse I now demand. What I will shall come full measure, so ye shall lose all that ye treasure. There is always a way to break a curse. Possibly Erasmus knows more about this. The Baron, eh? He was once a great leader of this land until he was foolish enough to anger Baba Yaga. So, we have money, but we don't really... she doesn't really have anything that we need. I don't believe, yeah, because we can't really use any of it. Well, we can use the potions, but we're not going to use them right now, so we'll just leave. And let's check out the guild hall. You enter the Adventurers Guild Hall. This Adventurers Guild Hall reminds you of the one in your hometown. The traditional moose head and other stuffed monsters, saurus, troll, griffin, dragon, cheetar, and the terrible Antwerp adorn the walls. You see a registration book on the table, and the bulletin board full of job listings. The man seated near the window must be the guildmaster. He is snoring. So we could look around first, but in this case I'm actually going to talk to him. The guildmaster appears to be hard of hearing. Perhaps you should get closer. What about right here? Guildmaster appears to be hard of hearing. Perhaps you should get closer. Let's get right up on this one. Then she turned around and I was staring into the biggest... Oh, it's you, my friend. Ach, I was so busy I didn't notice you come in. Welcome, welcome. It is seldom that we have adventurers here. Most people think this valley is cursed. Hey. So this is a guild hall, huh? This is where an adventurer can find out who needs someone brave and courageous. There are many jobs on the bulletin board over there. It's a good place to talk about adventures on a cold afternoon. I can't do accents, and they'll change constantly. Yeah, you'll notice. We used to play cards here once a week as well, but there were too few adventurers in Spielberg anymore. They all died from monsters or brigands. They just got too old. Adventurers? Did I ever tell you about the time when Schultz and I rid this valley of Antwerps? Yeah, we were real adventurers then, and this was our real guild hall. Now we are just old men, and this is just a place to tell old stories. Yeah, they're supposed to be Russian, Slavic sounding, but, you know. Monsters. You can see some of the types of monsters that live around here if you look at our walls. There are trolls, griffins, cheetahs, mouthrays, and goblins wandering the woods. I hear there are even some ogres and Saurus Rexes back in the valley. I suppose there was a time when Schultz and I had gotten rid of most of the monsters around here, but we're just too old for that now. Good Lord in heaven, there's so many of them. Trolls are very tough. Unfortunately, they come out at night. The woods are very dangerous at night. The Saurus is a monster easy to avoid and easy to kill for a skilled adventurer. Ogres are a lot like goons, but even meaner. Not as bright, though. Goblins are not tough, but when they gang up, they can take out an unwary adventurer. Cheetahs are ferocious creatures that charge out of nowhere and try to tear you to shreds. Sometimes they succeed. These weird things are magical. They best be avoided. Don't mistake these things for Sauruses. When they come at you, it's sometimes best to just run away. I'm assuming that the Saurus Rex is larger, maybe. I don't know. Over the wall there is where the jobs are posted for adventurers. Some have been there for a long time now. There just aren't too many good adventurers around here lately. Now you're Australian. You need to talk to either the Baron or the Healer about that. Our house is just north of the town gate. She's a nice woman. The castle is just north of the Healer's house. Schultz and I killed most of the monsters on these walls. I'm Wolfgang Abenteuer, a guild master of this hall. I'm supposed to keep track of all the adventurers and make sure they sign the names in the log. There was a time when I would go out and rescue foolhardy adventurers who got in too much trouble, but I don't get out much now. And now you're a redneck. Yeah, with the Baron losing his son and daughter Baba Yaga, all the monsters and now the brigands, it's just been one thing after the other. Baron von Spielberg was once a brave protector of our valley. We used to adventure together when I was younger. No brigand or monster would dare show his face here if the Baron had not angered Baba Yaga. Now instead he goes nowhere and sees no one. Transylvania? Well, there's a hero, and worthy of the name Baron von Spielberg. He rode off with his hunt one morning 5 years ago, and his horse returned with large claw marks on it. No sign Bernard's body was ever found. What about the Baron's daughter? Elsa was a beautiful 8-year-old child with blonde hair and sky blue eyes. She was father of the Baron's joy. 10 years ago, she was carried off by something which flew over the wall and then away with her. The search for her lasted many years, but at last everyone gave up, except the Baron's jester Yorick. Yorick? Yorick was a funny little man, but brave. Swore he would spend his life searching for the Baron's Elsa. She's the center of our problems, I think. Baba Yaga is a powerful ogre. Baron von Spielberg tried to force her to leave his valley, but she cursed him. Now he's Irish. Now the Baron has lost everything but his land, and I don't know how long he will keep that. What our valley needs is a hero. Hero? A real hero is someone that doesn't start out strong and powerful, but uses his courage and brains and skills to become the best he can be. What are these brigands? There's a reward for anyone who can stop the brigands from capturing and killing the leaders of the by capturing or killing the leader of the brigands. You should read the bulletin board for more information. Isn't he the sheriff? Schultz Meisterson and I have been friends for a long time. He too was once a real adventurer. Now he's just the sheriff of this town. What about Otto? I like Otto, even if he is a goon. Schultz cast him almost trained. Goons. A goon is a lot like an ogre. Not as tough, a little smarter. Chief Otto and Crusher of the town here are both goons. How many did we do? I'm not sure. We did several different accents in that one character. Get used to that. Alright, so this is certainly a weird one. You've never seen anything quite like it. The plaque reads, Antwerp, slain by 2 guys from Andromeda. The head is like a panther's, but with a strong human-like quality. It is still rather frightening. The plaque reads, Cheetar, slain by Wolfgang Abattoir. Dragon, even in death, this monster remains awesome. The plaque reads, Dragon, slain by Baron Steven von Spielberg, Stefan. It looks like it must have been a particularly nasty troll. You wouldn't want to meet him in a dark forest. The plaque reads, Troll, slain by Wolfgang Abattoir. The crossbreed of eagle and lion could have torn a man apart when it was alive. The plaque reads, Griffin, slain by Wolfgang Abattoir. The plaque under the moose says, Courtesy of Sierra Online Prop Department. Ah, Sierra and your jokes. You never saw a purple Saurus before you came to Spielberg, but it looks like a really stupid monster. The plaque reads, Saurus slain by Hans Halfwit. Well, what do you know? The tapestry is so rotten it would probably fall apart with the slightest touch. Let's go look in here. No, he just goes back to sleep. This entry was made several years ago. It says, Baronet Bernard von Spielberg killed a monster near the Flying Falls on this 23rd day of October. The other pages record the exploits of the great adventurers of Spielberg's past. The names Wolfgang Abattoir and Baron Stefan von Spielberg appear most often. The remaining pages are blank, awaiting further tales of adventure. I will sign the adventurer's logbook. You sign your name into the adventurer's logbook with a flourish. Yay, our score went up. So let's check this board over here. Reward for the return of lost ring. Inquire at the healers. Reward of 30 gold coins for the capture or death of the brigand warlock. Description: short, ugly, and wears brightly colored robes. Has habit of laughing continually. Inquire at Spielberg Castle gates. Wanted brigand leader. Description: unknown appearance. Wears a cloak. Must provide proof of leader's identity. Reward of 60 gold coins and the title of hero of the realm. Inquire at Spielberg Castle gates. Notice: spell components needed. Cash or trade for potions. Inquire at the healers. This poster seems to have been here a while. It has a picture of a handsome but arrogant young man. Reward of 50 gold coins for information leading to the return of Baronet Bernard von Spielberg. Inquire at Spielberg Castle gates. This poster is rather dusty and faded. The picture is a small child with braids. Reward of 50 gold coins for the safe return of Elsa von Spielberg. Inquire at Spielberg Castle gates. Let's talk to him one last time and then we'll end the video. Yeah, let's get close to him again. I'm going to ask about the trophies. Here we go. So what about this dragon? One day, years ago, a pair of dragons tried to take over our valley. We adventurers rode out to meet them. I can still see Steven von Spielberg charging forward on his black horse. He slew that dragon with his head, which you see on the wall, and the other flew off. The other one flew off. I hear people say that the other dragon flying high overhead sometimes, but it just never dared to attack us again. That's ominous. Antwerps. This valley was once overrun by those odd monsters one year. Schultz and I fought long and hard to rid the valley of the things. It might have failed even so, had it not been for those 2 peculiar tourists who came for our aid. Tourists? Oh no. They said they were from some place called Andromeda. Must be someplace south of here, I guess. They certainly were odd. Now that was the most vicious moose I ever saw. Nearly bit my nose off. I remember the day I killed one. It was the biggest one I'd ever seen. Put up a tough fight. Well, it was tougher. You can see the results on the wall. Watch out for the cheetahs. I bear the scars of my fight with the one on the wall to this day. Still, he's stuffed, and I'm still alive. Whenever you talk about the trophies, you have to be Australian, because, you know. I remember when Hans killed the one there. It was a tough fight for him. Hans Halfwood. It wasn't much of an adventure, but he did manage to kill a Saurus before he made the mistake of tangling with a troll. Keep that in mind, don't fuck with the trolls. Oh no, I got another window up again. I'm playing in a very tiny window on my desktop, which is why I sometimes have horrible misclicks. Okay, so about 30 minutes, a little more in, so we're gonna go ahead and save and end the video here, and we'll pick up next time and hopefully do a little fighting. Of course, we've got a lot more talking to do. There will be a lot of talking here, especially at the beginning, as with all Quest for Glories, from what I understand. We'll save it as talked. Can I not? Whoa! There's lag. To folks. Yeah, we talked to some folks. Alright, save. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more. See you next time, guys.